Mwah, mwah, mwah. Welcome to the Magical Mystery School, and thank you so much for coming back to Tarot class, Symbols of the Tarot, number 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go through the tarot cards a little bit more. We're going to define them a little bit more in groups and that sort of thing. And hopefully everybody's gotten their Rider-Waite-Smith deck so that we can get started. But first, a few public service announcements. First off, I just wanted to let you know I am only on YouTube. I'm not on Instagram, Facebook, or anything like that. I will only communicate with you through the comments of this particular show. So I won't send you emails or anything like that. I've even gotten these emails from God knows who they really are, that are saying, you know, so-and-so has a message for you. Call this number. That's not me, okay? I won't ask you for phone numbers, credit card numbers, nothing like that. Someday I hope to get this channel monetized and I can earn an income that way, but we've got to be patient. So I did want to mention that. And I also want to mention some of you may already be fairly good tarot card readers just on your own. So just wanted to let you know, I am starting as if somebody has never even touched or seen these cards before. So just be prepared. I'm going to really walk you through step by step on these guys. The other thing is, other readers may have slightly different interpretations for some of these cards, but it should be at least like brothers and sisters. They shouldn't be way off base of one another. But just remember, other people's interpretations might give you new and better and broader insight into these cards. So I always say, you know, the more the merrier. That's great. And I need to show off, this is one of my favorite tarot card readers on YouTube, the Hedge Witch. And I got this Justice card t-shirt off of her website. Anyway, okay, so I wanted to kind of talk about those things a little bit. And now let's go back to the cards. Okay. So you've got your deck of cards, and they usually stay in order, but you may already have them all messed up in there. But just to let you know, it's almost like you're getting 2 decks of cards. You've got the Minor Arcana and the Major Arcana. And the Minor Arcana is the ones that our playing cards are based off of. So there we go. So there's 4 suits. There's the Pentacles, and there's the Ace through 10, and then 4 court cards. So they've kind of put the Knight and the Page together to make like our Jack and our playing cards. And then here's the Swords. That's for air. Pentacles are for earth. Swords are for air. Same Ace through 10, and then 4 court cards. So there's 56 Minor Arcana altogether, and they're the Cups for water, and the Wands are for fire. So we're going to basically take those cards and kind of put them to a side, because the school that I learned my tarot from, we literally spent 5, 6, 7, 8 years just talking about the Major Arcana. We didn't even look at the Minor Arcana. So don't toss them out, but just remember we will come back to them. They do have significance, but not like the Major Arcana for sure. And one thing I want you to do too, before you put your cards back away, I want you to go through these cards, and I want you to pick out, you know, what card seems, here's a scary looking one. What card do you just literally have a physical reaction to, and it's like, ooh, I don't like that card. Or maybe you've got a card, oh, here's one, the Happy Family card, or 3 generations, children, parents, and grandparents, and dogs, and their doing pretty good financially, obviously, and stuff. You know, whatever cards, two cards that you might have the most positive and the most negative reactions to. And just write those down and maybe stick them in the box when you put your cards back in, or write it in your journal, so that when we do start talking about those symbols, you can come back and look at that. I just kind of want you to get your physical and emotional reaction to the card before we start putting all this information in your head about what the symbols mean, all that left brain stuff. So, and just remember, these cards, now I talked about this in the astrology lessons, but I'll mention it a little bit more. Remember, part of what they were, now let's see if I can get these in focus. Well, that's as good as I'm going to go for now. These cards were actually constructed so that someone who was illiterate back in the 1400s or whatever could learn the mystery lessons without having to know how to read. So, so that, remember, the right side of your brain is the one that's very verbal. It talks. It says that's a window, that's a door, that's a ceiling, that's a floor. Whereas the right side of your brain is just looking in pictures and images and thinking like that. So it's not, it doesn't see the world the same. So that's what's cool about tarot, is that we're starting to pull in that right side of your brain along with that left side of your brain. So I want you to do the same thing with your major arcana. And how do you tell the difference between the major and the minors? Well, there's the suits, and you'll always see with these minor arcana, they'll have the number of the card up at the top for this Rider-Waite deck, and then you can literally count, okay, there's 6 pentacles or 5 swords. You can actually find the swords in there and that kind of thing. So, so that's how you can see the difference. And then the major arcana are going to have a number up at the top, and then the title of the card down at the bottom. So number 1 is the Magician. There, we got some good focus. Number 2 is the High Priestess, etc. And just to let you, just quickly on Roman numerals, you know, the 1, 2 are just the vertical lines. And then we get up to 5 is a V, stands for 5. So if we have a vertical on the right side, that's 5 minus 1 is 4. And then there's 5. And then when we have the 1 on the other side, 5 plus 1 equals 6. Oh, and you'll notice I have these swimsuits on them. I've seen tarot card readers that have said YouTube says it's nudity to show them. I don't know, these are cartoon characters, but okay. So I've got little swimsuits on them, some of the nudity there. And then, of course, the X is for 10 in Roman numerals. So there's 11, so the X with the 1 on the right side. And then there's a 10 is the Wheel of Fortune with just the X there. Oh, maybe closer is better, huh? Okay. And then the oh, I guess I lost. Oh, no, there's the Hermit. Hermit's 9 with the X on the other and the 1 on the other side. So 1 minus 10 is 9. So the Hermit is the 9th card. And yeah, and then just the last card. There's 22 major arcanas, and of course the Fool is 0. But the last one is 21 is the World, so that's XX1. Okay. So I just kind of wanted, like I said, I just wanted to review that so that everybody knows what we're talking about. And I'll just hold these up here just to, make it more interesting than looking at my face. There's the Chariot, the 7th card. So what I want you to do is go through these major arcana also and do the same thing. Like look for which image kind of makes you feel kind of happy and good, and which image makes you feel kind of sad and lonely. Poor hermit there. He is kind of sad and lonely, isn't he, up there all by himself? But do that and pick out your 2 cards, and again, write it down. Maybe put it in your journal or put it in the box, and just so you can remember it for later on. Because once you start learning about these symbols, those cards become a little bit more interesting, especially for that left side of your brain, for sure. Okay, another piece of homework that I want you to do is I want you to start with the major arcana, and I want you to just start with the Fool, with the 0 card, because there is and I'll talk about this more later, a thing called the Journey of the Fool. And that's why this first card is basically, this is spirit just leaping out of the ethers, wherever we are before we're born, and coming into the 3D world with so much excitement, so much optimism, and that type of thing. So, whoop, there's my bell going off. Here in Colorado, I should be careful about calling it bongs. But anyway, I want you to take each major arcana, and I want you to spend 5 minutes a day just looking at that card, okay? And you can, yeah, you can start saying, oh yeah, that's the Hangman. He's got red leggings on, he's hanging by one leg, he's got little yellow shoes. You can think those things, but the main thing I'm most interested in is I want you to start imprinting these images into that right side of your brain, and the right side of your brain just loves this stuff. So spend, like I said, this could be part of your meditation practice. Spend about 5 minutes for 3, 5, 7 days. At least 3 days, 7 would be plenty. And it can be first thing in the morning. It can be part of your meditation practice just before you go to bed, and also right after lunch. Those are 3 great times for meditation. I always fall asleep, so I have to do it first thing in the morning. And if you've decided that you want to get the BOTA deck, all right, where that come in black and white. If you've just got the black and whites, you can do your 5 minutes in black and whites. And you can also use your 5 minutes to start coloring these. So you'll, here's what the color version is like. I think it's kind of fun. I did mine all on with colored pencils. And they also suggest you can do them with watercolor too, but I like the exactness of colored pencils. So anyway, you can spend that 5 minutes a day doing your coloring too. So you've got lots of homework to do, and so start looking at these cards and start imagining, start looking at these images. Oh, there's a great one to end the class on, right? The Tower. We'll end it on the Star. That's probably one of the more hopeful images in the tarot. And we'll just say bye for now. And next time we'll start going over the cards in even more detail. All right then. Bye. Thank you.